Okay. If you can see my screen, I can hear my voice. I want to just put two in the chat box. Put two in the chat box. You can see my screen. I can hear my voice clearly. Let me see. Okay, I'm 100% here. Just put two in the chat box. All right, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Remember our analysis on this pair? Remember our analysis on this pair? We had a continuation pattern that price will, when price breaks to come back and retest and it will drop. Say exactly what market did. It broke to right here. It came back to retest, okay, and then it dropped. Then yesterday itself, we also saw this pattern. Yesterday we saw this pattern. We saw this pattern yesterday, and I said that when price closed right here, it came down. Like I told people that I like coming in at on retest. So when market closed here, somebody could have just entered into this trade for himself. Okay, he will make money, but he's going to be in quite a drawdown for some time. I can see price first went to retest, this support of the rising wedge. Okay, went to retest this support before dropping down. Then throughout the day, it dropped down. We went to retest first. We went to retest, and he gave us another kind of a wedge here. But this is actually where, when it is tested and give us this, you can see this is a what? Reversal candlestick pattern. Okay, so you could have actually entered again this trade here. Entered this trade here. Okay, the price came into positive, then went back again. Okay, and then we saw that they tried to take out the eye of this. However, when price goes to this, what do we have here? We have an inverted hammer or a pin bar, an inverted hammer or a pin bar. Okay, so you had three good entries for on this particular EuroGP. This is one entry when this guy closed below it. This is another entry right here, a better entry right here, and then another entry right here. This entry and this entry, they're almost equal. So this is another entry, and you can see what happened to the market turn. So exactly what we expected price to do. Exactly what we expected price to do. Today, we'll be talking about fundamental analysis. We'll talk about fundamental analysis. What is fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis is simply trading the forex market based on economic news, events around the world, such as maybe war, earthquake, oil price dropping, or there's a particular country that has issues, maybe they had hurricane, all this news, or a particular country, CBN, their central bank is giving a news, maybe they are cutting their interest rate. Okay, if they are doing that, all these are fundamental analysis, and they always affect the market. There's this particular person, whenever I speak, that's why almost all traders follow him on Twitter, and that person is Trump. When Trump speaks, many a times the market will shake. Okay, there's some statements he will make, even though he may be joking, but he doesn't know that his joke can causes volatility in the market. Okay, so governors of central banks, when they speak, it causes volatility and movement in the market. The president of the US, the prime minister of Great Britain, all this, when they speak, it causes stir in the market. Okay, so but how do we know when there's a news coming? Now, most developed countries, they have data, good data, which they release periodically. Okay, and these data are the news that we always wait for when we want to trade the forex market. And I want you to write this website down. I'm going to go there right now. Forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. That is every morning when we wake up and want to go to our charts, we must always check forexfactory.com or fxbook.com. That's another site. This site will tell us the news that will be coming out in a day. Forexfactory.com. Okay, forexfactory.com. I'm opening it. So you can join. It's free to join. You can join. I have an account because without joining, you'll not be able to set. You can see this time is saying 4:10 p.m. 4:10 p.m. and my own time is 9:11 p.m. So, but when I join, I've already set my own time. You can adjust the time when you are a member, okay, to your own. You can see this is 10:11 p.m. and this is 9:11 p.m. So I can actually adjust it for the time to be the same, so that I won't be behind when the news is coming up. So I'm going to put it on GMT because yeah, so we are the same now. So the news, I can now go to the calendar where the news is. Under the calendar, you see the news. Okay, now I have 9:11 and 9:11, so I can know what time any news is coming. Now these are the news that happened on this week. These are the news that came out this week, and we trade the market based on the outcome of this news. Okay, I'm going to explain how it works. Actually, I've filtered my own. We have all these folders. You can see they are red. Actually, I've removed the other folders. Let me add the other folders so that you will see them. Okay. Now we have red folders, we have yellow folders, we have orange folders. Now, as forex traders, what we are really interested in is the red folders. These are the ones that actually can cause movement in the market. So what I do is I filter out the yellow and the orange. I don't need them. I want to be seen in my accounts only the red folders, the folders that are more important that I should look out for. So I go to where I can filter on check the red and the orange folder and the gray folder and click on apply filter. So to give me only the red folders. You can see President Trump speaks. You know, when President wants to speak, everybody, every trader will stand at attention. Okay, you can see OPEC news. This is a news about oil. This is trade balance of this is Chinese yen. Okay, then G7 meeting. You know G7, the countries, the top country that controls the world. All right, then we have other news coming out, and here you see the currency that it will likely affect. For example, on Wednesday we had the US dollar news, we have Canadian dollar news. Okay, and if the news comes positive, you see it here. We have the actual, we have forecast, we have previous. Previous is probably the last time the news was released, the data that came out. Forecast is what they are looking at. You know, there's always a forecast for every news that come out. Okay, for every news with data. There's some news that are not based on data, but for every news that is based on data, there's always a forecast. And then actual against forecast is what will tell us if the news was positive or negative. But good enough, when the news comes out, it will show if it's positive, it's going to be green. If it's negative, it's going to be red. Okay. So there was a news 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday on US dollar. The first news, core retail sales is positive, but retail sales is negative. Retail sales is negative. Imagine at the same time a news coming on US dollar and we have opposite reactions. Okay, so what will a trader do at that time? The best thing is just hold on and let the market move the way he wants to move. Okay, but for CAD, this is the rate remained unchanged, so you may not even see any volatility in the market. On Thursday, which is today, right? We had AUD news by 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. and it came out positive. It came out positive. Okay, 2:30 a.m. in the night. Let's look at AUD. AUD USD. Let's actually any AUD pair. Let me look for AUD USD. Let's AUD USD. Ready? Okay. Let me take AUD. Okay, so this is most of the time with our time closes, the market closes by 10. Okay, by 10. So for example, this is 9. Okay, I have AUDSD here. I have AUDSD here. Let me go to 1 hour time frame. Let me clear all this. Okay, so this is now when did that news come? It came around 2:30 a.m. right? 2:30 a.m. On the chart, that will be 2:30 a.m. our time. That will be -2. -2. That will be 12:30 our time. Abi? That will be 12:30 our time. Let me see. This is 10, 11, 12. So it's in between this candle. This is the candle here. So no much move. I didn't see any much move there, right there. No much move right there. So this will be the candle. Okay, but most of the time AUD news is always very crazy. But because of what is happening now, you can see all these candles that you are seeing like this, they are most likely based on the result of the news. Candle like this is definitely a news candle. Look at this candle here. It's a news candle. The market dropped down. That means AUD AUD was weakened. That's why this candle dropped down. So you see a high volatility, high move in the market whenever news come. Whenever news come. And sometimes you just cover, you expect that the market will move very high and then it does not even move so much. That means the result of the news does not really didn't really count. And then 1:30 p.m. today we had a USD news. Which strengthened US dollar, which strengthened US dollar, which strengthened US dollar. That's unemployment claims. Unemployment claims reduced. That was because last month, I think the US released some palliative for all those people that had on unemployment claims. So we had over about millions of, the result last month was in millions, but now we can see that it has reduced because they're already giving those people at home something. So it's positive. That's 1:30 p.m. So was there any reaction in the market at 1:30 p.m.? 1:30 p.m. -2, that will be what time on our chart? That will be 11:30 on our chart. Okay. So let's look at Euro USD as an example. Euro USD 11:30 today. This 7. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Okay, that's right here, right here. So no much move in the market. No much move in the market at that time. There's no much move because actually people didn't really expect much move because the prevalent news that actually affected the market currently is the issue of coronavirus and also oil price. Oil price. Okay, people have already adjusted. They already know that the US dollar was weakened. Okay, because of coronavirus, there was a serious decline in US dollar. It was very, very weak. Okay, then it began to pick up when government began to intervene. When government began to intervene. Okay, and then there are also some charts that also tell us economic. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Some economic factors. Okay, of particular countries, and I give us an example of the US 30. US 30 is one. Uh, US index. We saw US index yesterday. Where is it? US index. Was it not on this chart that we saw it? Okay, USDX. Where is that? USDX. But I still have it on my chart. USDX. Can't even find it again. Can't even find it. Anyway, if you watch the CNN news very well, you always see news about Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is dropping. Nasdaq is going up. This is Nasdaq. This is Nasdaq. Okay. Nasdaq is also an index of US also. And people have been buying Nasdaq for many, many years. This is a multi-time frame. That's always been going on. But when coronavirus set in, it started in a drop in February. This is January. You can see February, March, and April now. In February, Nasdaq started dropping when coronavirus hit the US. It dropped up to this point. Even the US index also dropped. This is also a US chart. It also dropped. But now you can see it's picking up. This month, US dollar started picking up. That's why we can see strength in the US dollars. You can see most of US dollars are bullish. Most of US dollar pairs are bullish. I don't know. Okay, so where were you before? So this is the US dollar index. As you can see currently, the US dollar index is going up, which shows that dollar is strengthened. All right, let's go back to this. Unfortunately, most of the news these days, they really have not been moving the market. So this week I even forgot to come and check the news because all the ones that happened last week didn't really we didn't really see much. And the beautiful thing is that you see all the news ahead. Like next week, these are the news that we're expecting next week. These people have data. These are the news that we're expecting to come out next week. Okay, so we know which pairs it will be affecting. One of the things we do is whenever we see that a particular pair is going to be in the news, we are careful trading that pair for the day. Okay, we are careful trading that pair for the day. This is April 28th to the end of till May 1. These are all the news that are coming out. Now, any news outside this, okay, that's why we follow other indices. Other indices like Mr. Trump, that's what we follow. Whenever he speaks, it also moves the market. So any news outside this, or probably an hurricane hits US, you know, like China now. See, when coronavirus hit China, China stocks started declining. But when China started acting, when they started their propaganda, when they brought it out, people started selling the US dollar when it hit US and China is improving. And people started buying the Chinese currency and started selling the US currency. Now the US is trying to fight back. Okay, all these things will always show on the chart. Always show on the chart. And as a forex trader, you don't side anybody. You go with the trend. You go with who is winning the battle. If Chinese is winning the battle, we go with Chinese. If the US dollar is winning the battle, we go with US dollar. Okay? So we don't care. Now, oil price, for example, when the OPEC met, they try to work on it, but oil still started dropping. What do? We keep selling oil. And when oil decides to start going up, what do? We start buying oil. This is US oil. This is oil chart. What is happening? Oil is at 19.4. It keeps dropping. And what does that mean? CAD 2 will still be weak. CAD will be weak. And see, CAD today, look at 4 hour time frame. CAD today is weak. Okay? CAD and USC is as if they look alike. This is what we did yesterday. Okay? Can see the oil market is going down. So CAD is weak. CAD is weak. If this guy does not pick up very well, we will continue to see a weak CAD. No matter what is happening, we will still see weakness in CAD. We see weakness in CAD. Right now, I'm expecting that CAD is trying to correct, but you can see that what we are seeing here is still a bearish move on CAD. Still a bearish move. There's a struggle. There's been a struggle since oil war started. There's been a struggle right here. Okay, there's been a struggle on CAD. So CAD has been weak because of oil. Now, how do you trade? I'll have said, how do we trade the news? How do you trade the news? How do you trade the news? For beginner forex traders, I always tell them, avoid any pair that's in the news. Avoid any pair that is in the news. Trade that pair maybe 1 hour after the news has happened. Let the news move the market in any way you want to go to. By the time it settles down, after like 1 hour, then you can decide to continue trading that particular pair. But there are strategies that people use in trading news, but that will not be for today. That will not be for today. Okay? I will not be mentioning that for today. Personally, I don't trade the news. I don't trade the news, but people trade news. There are strategies they use. If I decide I want to trade the news, there's a strategy I will use to trade the board. I basically have a strategy that I follow, that I use to trade. Okay, so trading the news is not part of what I'm purely technical. I believe more in technical. But no matter what the news will do, it will still go in line with technical in the long run. Okay? No matter what the news will do, it will still go in line with technical. Even if it goes the other way around, it still adjust back in the direction of your technical. So I just stick with technical. Okay? So the news, but always come here, Forex Factory. The other site is fxbook.com. fxbook.com also has that. Sorry, myfxbook.com. I made a mistake. There's my there. Sorry, myfxbook.com. Please correct that. myfxbook.com, economic calendar. myfxbook.com. Yeah. So this is myfxbook.com. Economic calendar, you also see the same news on Forex Factory. You see it also on myfxbook.com. Same news that you can see. So they also have high. You can see unemployment rate, unemployment changes. They have high. So we are interested in the high impact news. The high impact news. All these other ones, this low, this medium we do. I'm not interested in them. That's why I'm interested in the high impact news. High impact news. Okay. So I don't know. I don't usually use my FX book. I stick with Forex Factory personally. So, but you see that it's the same news. Same news, you can see the same news. Today is April 16th. Building permit change, initial jobless claim. Okay, the words may be different, but it's still the same thing. Okay, but here, BOC governor follows speech, an high impact news, but on Forex Factory, it's not an high impact news. GDP, tomorrow we're having GDP news. Tomorrow is April 17th, GDP news, high impact news. Let's see, April 17th, GDP news. That's here. April 17th, we have GDP news also coming, and this Chinese yen. So we hardly trade Chinese yen. So we don't even bother tomorrow. To me, there's no real news that's coming out. So tomorrow is free for me to trade any pair that I want to trade. Okay. Does anybody have any question on what I've please put in chat box have any question on what I've just talked about, fundamental analysis? Does anybody have any question before we go to analyze currency pairs? If you are clear with what I've discussed, please put 333 in the chat box. If you are clear what I've discussed. So whenever you come to your chart in the morning, first check Forex Factory, check out what pairs are going to be affected. Okay, for example, if US dollar pair is going to be affected, it means every pair that has US dollar in it, you have to watch out. If it is a great bit trade, if it's GBP pair that is in the news, then all pairs with GBP. Why is card attached to the movement in the oil price? Okay, Mr. Ahmed asks why is card attached to movement in the oil price? The same question I will ask, why is Nigeria attached to movement in oil price? You know that when oil price goes down, Nigeria is in trouble, as we are right now. Okay, and when oil price goes up, Nigeria is in money. Okay, when your economy is fully based on oil revenue, then there's a problem. And that's the problem we have in Nigeria. It's all about oil. Okay? More than, I don't know how many percentage of our GDP, but the highest GDP, the highest percentage of GDP comes from oil revenue into Nigeria. Okay? Until we diversify and we have other industries giving us more, other sectors giving us more money. Once there's a problem with the oil market, it will always affect Nigeria. Same thing with cash. You see, I'll have said Nigerian chart, but Nigeria does not have much data. If I show you Nigerian chart now, you eh? I show you Nigerian chart now, you what's this? Natural gas. Okay, this does not have Nigerian chart, but they don't even bother. But there's a chart that has Nigerian chart. If I show you now, you know that you can't even trade it. Can't even trade the Nigerian chart. Okay, so as Nigeria is always in trouble, we can they are not mono economy, but major of their income also comes from oil. Also comes from oil. Also comes from oil. Nigeria is not mono economy, but major of our income comes from oil. Whereas we are into agriculture also, but the larger part of our income comes from oil. Okay. All right. So guys, I want to drop currency pairs we want us to look at tonight before we go. Okay, I said we'll be doing this almost every day. So one or two pairs we analyze together. And very soon I'll be giving the floor to some of you. You share your screen now. You be the one to analyze. I hope you are ready for that. I just want to show you Nigerian chart. This is Nigerian chart. What can you see there? US dollar versus Nigeria. What can you see on our chart? See our chart. Eh? This is US dollar versus Nigerian chart. You know, you can't even trade the currency like this. We moved from 357 down to 307, and then we moved back to 357. You can't even trade it. This is a monthly time frame. So there's nothing to write home about. Okay, gold. Mr. Ayodele want us to analyze gold, Abby. Okay, no problem. Let's analyze gold. Gold has been bullish. Has been seriously bullish for a long time. But looks like we are getting to the end of the bullish move. So let's look at it together. Okay, so since I've not analyzed gold before, we start on the monthly time frame. We start on the monthly time frame. This guy needs time to boot it. What date is this? 16th April. What day is this? 2020. So this is April 19. Okay. Well, what can we see on the monthly time frame? The gold chart here is starting in November 2017, 2018, 2019. Why is it like that? Let me see this guy to the sleep. Let's see the USD. Okay. Let's use this guy. Let's use this chart. Okay, this is gold. This is gold. Since 1998. This is the monthly time frame. Okay. What can we see? What can we see on gold? Number one is we have a resistance area right here. Okay. That resistance area right here. And then we also have another support area now, of course, around this place. Because this is where price is. I need to remove this guy. Okay. Alright, so we have the resistance area broken, and then price has been rallying up in the monthly time frame. So let's go to weekly time frame. Let's go to weekly time frame. If you have been buying gold, you are right. Okay? If you have been buying gold long time, you are right. We have this support area right here. Okay? What else? What else? What else? Can we take this? Yeah. This is free. This is resistance. Got broken, came back, turned support, and then came back, broke through it, came down, broke through it, went up again. So let's go to daily time frame. No wasting of time. This thing, I can see areas already. We have support here, resistance here, support here. So I have this area also. I have this area also. I hope you can see what I'm saying. Once you can see swings, you can see support here, support, well broken, support, resistance, came to broke it, came to convert it to what? Support before rallying up, before rallying up. Okay, so that's the, and then we have a form of resistance right there also. Have another form of resistance right there. Okay, and then let's go to 4 hours. This is this is where I personally look at. Okay, so for me, what am I seeing in this market? What am I seeing? Obviously, I'm seeing a continuation pattern. I'm seeing a continuation pattern for me. You can see this guy here. You can see this guy here. Okay. Um, so what I'll be looking at is, number one, it's possible that uh, this guy tests this area of support before going up. Okay, so you can still come down. It's not impossible for this market to come like this, then touch this place before rallying up. But sometimes it may not reach down here. Alright. So what I'm looking at on gold is continuation to the upside. Once it breaks this guy at the top, once it breaks at the top, okay, depending on the candlestick pattern, if I have a solid candlestick pattern to just go straight up, I can go in, or I can wait for the retest of that zone, okay, and then I go up. Which up are we going? Where are we looking at? Looking at uh, looking at that area of resistance at the top that we saw on this monthly time frame. Okay, I'm not sure my up can reach, can reach that. But on gold, gold is bullish. Gold has been bullish. You can see all our you can see all the continuation patterns that gold formed all along the way. Okay. Now look at this place. This will have been will have deceived anybody, even including me. This is supposed to be a reversal pattern. Okay, supposed to be a reversal pattern, but the uh, gold is very strong up. And you know why gold is buying? Why gold is buying is very simple. There's something we call in fundamentals risk on and risk off. Risk on and risk off. When there's a problem in the economy of, for example, the US dollars, because US dollars majorly is the basis for the standard for globally. Okay, when there's a problem with the economy, people tend to move their money from uh, cash, from currency into commodity like gold. Okay, when they feel there's a risk. So when there's risk on, people move their money from dollars, from currency, they move it to gold. Okay, so in this season when the coronavirus has started, people have been moving their funds into gold, move their funds into gold, and so you see gold rising and rising and rising. So people will be buying gold. So when this risk off, by the time this coronavirus season has gone and things are stabilizing, you see that gold will start going down. People will start selling gold and they will be buying, they will put their money into stocks, put their money into uh, currency, put their money into bonds and all that. Okay? So when there's problem, people rush to currencies like this. When there's risk of, once we have risk of, you see people putting their money into US dollar, put their money into Also risk on. When there's risk on, also people move their money to Japanese yen. I don't know why, but on risk on, people move their money to Japanese yen. I would like you to take that assignment. Now I'll read about risk on and risk off in Forex. Risk on and risk off in Forex. Risk on and risk off. Okay, can see it. Risk on and risk off in Forex. Please go and read about it. Go and read about it. I'll give you as a research. What is wrong with living? I'm a human being. Anyway, I can't do all this now. You don't tell me. I beg. Because of you people, let me just cite. Okay, so go and read on about risk on versus risk off in market sentiment. Then you understand what I'm talking about. What happens when there's risk on? What happens when there's risk off? Okay, please go and read about it, and then you come and tell me what you learn from there. Okay, so what other currency pair are we looking at? One more currency pair. One more currency pair. Put in the chat box, please. We are done with gold. We are done with gold. Gold is bullish. So we are waiting for, we are going to be looking at bullish move. Okay? Bullish move. So I have no business selling gold right now. I have no business selling gold. Let it do all the pullbacks. All these are pullbacks. Let it do all the pullbacks. It's pulling back again for a while. But our sentiment is what? Up. Okay? Our sentiment is up for gold. Gold is buying. Mr. Bill said GBP, JPY. Alright, let's look at GBP, JPY. GBP, JPY. Okay, GBP, JPY chart. Now this is 1 hour chart. Okay, for 1 hour chart, one will say, market is rallying, is going up. Okay, but we cannot base everything on that. So let's take the market and say, let's see what is happening here, there, and in the market. Okay, so we have an area of support right there. That support has been from here, actually. That support has been from here. Okay, that's an area of support. Market can touch. We try to touch the top one, but I've not really touched this lower support. Lower support recently. Okay, so let's look at any of the substances of units. Okay, forget this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can pick this area very strong, very strong, very strong. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to UK content. Let's see. What else can we see on this chart? Can we see any pattern at all? This pattern? Okay, I can pick this area also. Thank you. That's how it's done my life. Okay, you can see this is another area of support, right? Area of support, right? Yeah. Market came down. Let's analyze this. You can see the market came down here. What did it do? It gave us this looks like a tweezer bottom or railroad track. Remember, railroad track candlestick pattern or diffuser button. Okay, and if you are not convinced about this, we have two. They are not doji candles. These are not doji candles because the body is quite big. But off it, we now have a bullish engulfing pattern. So if this one did not convince you that there's a reversal, this guy has killed it to tell you that this market is going up on the weekly time frame. So if we entered after the close of this week, okay, for people who trade out of the weekly time frame, this is their entry. These are entry. Their stop loss will be about 532 pips. Okay, 532 pips, and then of course you know that the next this area of resistance will be their target, and its market actually came there, giving them 1,609 pips. Okay, but how many months did that one take? Some of us can't wait for months for our trade to finish. But look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Took 14 candles. How many months is that? 14 candles. That's about 3 months and 3.5 months, right? Yeah, 3.5 months now. 1 month, 14 divided by 4. Yeah, that's about 3.5 months. So it took about 3.5 months to complete this trade. Okay, and then what happened? We had an engulfing, a bearish engulfing right here. And that this candle engulfed the body of this candle. This candle engulfed the body of this candle. So it's bearish engulfing. Okay, and then we had if this one didn't convince you, of course, this one will have convinced you, but you will have missed a lot of moves around here. Okay, and the market came and give us a what? Hammer. Give us a hammer right here. So, and then after the hammer, we confirmed the move that we are now bullish right here. The second candle confirms the hammer that now we are really bullish on this. So, let me tell you why, based on the weekly time frame, is a bullish market. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, what are we seeing? We are also seeing that the market gave us some, let's see, some area of support, right? Resistance support right here. Okay, so and the market is coming up. We see this, and then moves up again. We see this. Look at this. This move right here. It moved up again, and then we are seeing market trying to form a descending wedge again. Okay, but like I said, I prefer looking at my 4 hours, but I can trade with my own account. I can trade off the 4-hour time frame. Some people with the 1-hour time frame, they can trade off because of the amount of the money they have in their account. 1-hour time frame, but I trade off the 4-hour time frame. And then my strategy also, I use the 4-hour time frame basically to trade. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, this is what I have. I have an area of support right here. Support, resistance support, and all that. Market need to test it. Okay, and then market. So basically, right now, I'm not seeing anything more in this market. I'm reading. Just seeing the breaking levels. Sorry, this market is summer. I will not really. I won't trade this because it's not giving me any clear pattern. I really will not trade this. based on price action. I will want number one, either it comes down, touch this place, and then I now get entry for a buy. Okay. Right now, I don't think I will trade this, but if I see something like this, cool. Okay, cool. Uh, Basically, this is what I'm looking at. The other option that I may have is this guy come up with, you test it, and then go up. Okay, so basically for GJ, this is what I'm looking at based off price action. Based off price action. Okay. I'll be teaching about Fibonacci 2 sometime next week. Okay, or possibly maybe tomorrow, sha. But no, next week. It's better next week about how to use the Fibonacci 2. But if I draw the Fibonacci 2, the market is in between 61.8 and 50. Guys, this is not a chart for me to trade. I won't trade this until any of these two happens. If it breaks this and detects and then gives me a candlestick pattern to go up, I go up. If it comes down to this support and then gives me a candlestick pattern, something like this, you can see this was an engulfing bullish candle. It could have been an entry for me, and then of course you can see it went up. So if I see something like that again around here, sorry, then I will take a trade. But now this market is just ranging, just moving in between these two areas. So I'll let it go. I'll let it go for now. Okay, one more. Should we do one more? It's almost 10 o'clock. Should we do one more chat? Or do you have any question? Do you have any question? Drop in the chat box. Okay, Mr. Biodun, is that a question or you want us to do one more chat? Yes, yes. Is the yes for one more chat? And put the currency there now. Because your yes, I don't know what your yes is. Is it yes at 10 o'clock? Is it yes that we should do one more chat? Or is it yes that you have question? I don't understand your yes, yes. One, okay, more chat. Oh yeah, drop the currency there. Let's do USD JPY. Like nobody is dropping. Let's look at USD JPY. I'm interested in that pair. USD JPY. Where are you? Okay, someone's dropping something. Okay, Euro JPY. We did Euro JPY yesterday now. Should be that's the one we did yesterday. Eh? Where is that stuff? Euro JPY was what we looked at yesterday. And it has already gone where we wanted it to go. Yeah, look at it now. We did Euro JPY and it came down. Eh? It came down. So we don't know the next move. That's dropped to a level of support. So let's look at USD JPY. Ouch. How did you enter your ears too? That's a good for me. Okay, I'm actually already buying this. I'm already buying USD JPY. Okay, I'm buying USD JPY. And it's already in profit. Okay. Let's do the analysis. Okay. Let's do the analysis. Here's the JPY monthly time frame. In fact, it's really nothing to write home about. I tell you, I hate chart like this. This one I can see. So, you can see this. Okay. I can see this area of support right from. I can see this area of support. Yeah. And what has price done? Price has come to kiss that area and has been rejected. Okay. And as you can see, uh, this is a continuation, a long-term continuation pattern. So a break to the upside, will be massive. If we find a break to the upside of the monthly time frame, I can leave the trade for another 1 year. I can leave the trade for another 1 year. If I see that this thing breaks to the upside, oh boy, then we are coming maybe to around that will be massive. Okay, no, that will be that. This will be our first area of picture, and that's serious. We break to the upside about 1,270 something pips. Okay, but then this is monthly time frame. We are not trading off that, so we can see that channel again on weekly time frame. As the market was rejected at the lower trend line of the channel, and then it's trying to go up. That's touched the up part of. Then on daily time frame, what do we see? Why did I take a trade off this? Very simple. You all can see very clear. There is an area of support right here. There's an area of support right here. Okay, and there's an area of support right there, and you can see that there's a rejection already. So we have these two bullish candles. Number one is this candle, and then this candle also. Okay, it looks more like a evening star, but not. It's not an evening star. But for me, these two bullish candles are enough confirmation for me that this market is now bullish. Really. That's on the daily time frame. But let's see if it's going to be clearer on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, but if you can see that there's an area of why am I putting my take profit in, even though I'm only hoping that you reach this place. But if the market reaches this place and see okay, I can come out of the trade. If it touches this area, I can come out of the trade. I can also come out here if I see any kind of form of reversal. I can also come out around this place. Okay. So, but I'm expecting that it will break, and then to come up in, and then we come out to 32 dollars based on this account size. Okay. Now, on the 4 hour time frame, this is where my conversion is. You can see this. I had a bearish hammer here, and then I had a engulfing candle, bullish engulf. This was the breaker for me that this market is now a bullish market. This is a breaker for me. This is it for me that this market is now bullish. It's now bullish. So when I saw this, I knew that we are coming in. That's why you can see that my stop loss is right here. Okay, and then I entered the trade right here. So for it to, and then also you can see the orientation of the market has changed. The market was forming lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You can see, then lower low, lower high, lower low. When it got to this place, what happened? Market went up, but it couldn't form a lower low again. That is an indication that what bearish trend is ending. And then what now confirmed it was when this guy now went above the last high. So we're now having higher high. We now have higher low, higher high. You can see that. So it has now formed an higher high right here, which has broken this, came down and formed higher low. So already we now have an established bullish trend. An established bullish trend. Since this guy did not take out, he couldn't take out the last low. So, and I said that is why I entered into this trade for a buy. And after this candle, you can see I took a buy right here before this next candle, and it's straight in profit already based on this on this account. So you can see here's the DPY is buying, and our first area of take profit actually will be around here, okay. And if it breaks to this place, then we are going for this next level. If it breaks to this place, then we are going for this last level of profit. So that is USD JPY. I didn't know I entered in this account. Alright. Alright guys, let's call it a day. 10:06. Tomorrow we continue.